Hi everyone, good morning. This is the pre-market outlook for the date of 21st January 2026. Hope you all had a experience with the movement markets provided by respecting our levels. The level of 25,449 comfortably broken and even closed below to that point, which is enough. We can focus, that means we can create our focus only on short side hereafter, provided the yesterday's low is the single confirmation we need, and if it is breaking that point, because yesterday's low was near to the 25,300, no, so that 25,100. Between 25,050 to 25,150, there is some minor point of twisting in the way of attracting buy, so that yesterday's low of 25,170 should get broken. With a single confirmation about it, we can see continuously focusing on short side. Otherwise, nothing to likely to happen on higher side, because the trend is clearly under bearish grip. So yesterday the intensity was kept increasing whenever it is actually trying to move above 25,400 or 449 and 365 also, 25,365 also we have discussed, no, the October 15th high. That has also acted as long as it has actually held that point of 25,365, the bouncing attempts were made. But after breaking this 25,365, beautifully the market got dragged down to sub 25,200 levels. So because of that only, that means because of that second core support of 25,365 also got broken, and the sustainability below 25,449 also confirmed. Even starting from the first hour, it has been sustained below to that 25,449. Because of these behavior oriented confirmations the market or Nifty provided, the market solidly closed below the 25,200 point. If it is breaking 25,171 in the first 15 minutes, you can clearly get the confirmation about the further downward to 25,000 without any disturbance. Maybe minor bounces may be witnessed on the chart, but that bounces and all will not make you to turn towards a positive, because as long as that Nifty is keep trading below 25,365, hereafter that can be the immediate resistance followed by 25,449. The same support what we have been mentioned now become as resistance points. Very simple strategy you can follow. So until lowerly trading below to that levels, the short positions can be keep building or the short positions additionally want accumulate around that levels, you can do that accumulation. Even the break below 25,171 also, you can create a fresh shots for the target as said 25,000 as the core one for the day. So these are all the important behavior based observation based on yesterday's one we have taken and is providing for you or sharing with you. Today the opening trend may be in a flat manner, but that flat points won't do any miracles here, because it is in a very urgent manner to prove its strength about maintaining yesterday's low. For that it has to take higher than the previous day's effort to maintain the support as 25,171. But while studying the behavior and its strength, there is no that much strength we are actually seeing on the Nifty's behavior. So it may be ECD break below 25,171 to give a confirmation on the today's downtrend with the target of 25,000 as a core one and 24,950, 900 as the next or followed levels. In case if it is not breaking 25,171 means we are not suggesting to go long here. Maybe if the bounces and all you are going to experience till the bounce towards 25,365 and 25,449, the positions already what the long holders having can be reduced by using that kind of bounces. So it is strictly not for going a fresh entry on long side. It is to be utilized the bounce by the way of getting 25,365 and 25,449. From the positional perspective also, the market clearly entered into the phase of correction, and yesterday's correction was one of the evidence which has been started discussing during the December itself. Third week of December, we have provided all these levels. The correction phase may be getting started like we have clearly discussed and reported in all the way. And in now and then, we have been giving a reminder about the correction point if it is closing below to that point, like all the levels based and the strategies based have been discussed in many occasions. Yesterday was one of the proof for the behavior analysis we made. With a solid correction about 2% in a single day, it has actually witnessed. That is what the outcome of our behavioral research. So based on that positional based entry to the correction phase, the chances for making 24,700 would be highly raised when compared to the previous sessions. So the 24,700 can be expected within few sessions, provided that the strength is maintained on the selling side. Once the 25,700 approaches by the Nifty means you can see that total behaviorally shift can be expected at that zone, which means what? Which is not directly meant the support will be provided and the bounce will be or recovery will be happening like. That is called as a behavior shift zone. What was the behavior highly held till approaching that level maybe get changed while getting a support or while getting a breakdown. So you have to keenly, closely wait and watch until it is approaching 24,700. Once it breaks the 24,700, we can see the possibility of making further correction also. But since there is no need of giving that much of prediction well in advance here, it would be better to maintain the 24,700 as a very, very core support, and that should not be get broken, and where the bounces also will be very sharper manner that can be observed. For the sectors, the day traders can focus. The sectors like starting with the heavyweights, it should be based on yesterday's behavior. It is actually having, apart from all the major sectors, banking was the only one sector which has not participated in the selling, surprisingly, even though it is heavyweighted one. So we can expect a selling based activities in case Nifty provides confirmation as discussed. So for that, the banking, particularly from public sector oriented and selected mid-cap oriented private banks. After that, finance, particularly from the financial services and NBFCs. Then metal would be trading, if it is trying to give the support for the upside on the Nifty side, metal would be the first sector to lead the Nifty's upward rally or bounces. If it is not, if the Nifty is trying to give a downward confirmation again by closing or by breaking 25,171. The metal stocks, including the mining oriented as the first one, starting with Vedanta Limited, and the aluminum oriented stocks may be attracting the selling. Then afterwards, the steels can be focused. Then automobile clearly under negative tone. One can follow the sell on rise for automobile and keep utilizing the bounce to reduce your long positions or exiting. Then it is real estate oriented stocks that also can be focused because the highest hit sector in yesterday's move was real estate. So anyhow, that the negativity is still there. So one can utilize sell on rise and breakdown basis. If it is giving a confirmation by just breaking yesterday's low by the stocks under real estate, you can keep building stocks or freshly enter on the short side. Energy based on Reliance Industries, HPCL, BPCL, and gas-oriented companies, the energy sector will be in high focus. Stock side, the day traders can focus on the news-based one. Major stocks listed here based on the earnings outcome. HCL Technology based on news, Lodha Developers, LTIM, Mindtree, and Power Grid Corporation, Persistent Systems, Gujarat Gas, SRF. These are all actually based on earnings outcome, including BCM Sriram. This Vikram Solar also the great ever result it has announced in yesterday's one. Because of that, the possibility of making higher price actions from the Vikram Solar prices can be expected. For the day's results oriented companies, including Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, Hindustan Petroleum, Bank of India, Oracle Finances Services Software Company, Eternal, Supreme Industries, Dalmia Bharat Cement, KEI Industries, and PNB Housing can be focused highly. And of course, it is very, very important since the India Volatility Index, as per our prediction, closed about 12, which may be the signal for reaching 15 as discussed earlier. And if it is so, the possibility of Nifty and Sensex making lower travel towards the levels we discussed. And that is the signal we can got from India Volatility Index. Based on these predictions, with the heightened volatility that are all expected to move the markets down, keeping stop loss, particularly on the long trades, if you are having any already, irrespective of the directions, keeping stop loss would be always good to manage your risk ability as well as gaining chances. That's it from today's pre-market discussion we can have. Wishing everyone to have a fortune trading day. This one is going to be because the correction is really an opportunity. Don't get any panic because it is a value adjustment and a needed correction, a meaningful one. Make use of it. Pick the sound fundamental and as well as the attractive technical oriented companies. The discussion what we have been making daily under the every sector wise and stock wise, that also can be utilized to take your decision on investment side. Thank you for participating. Bye-bye.